Hello, I'm Liselle Sambury. I'm a young adult author, and welcome to the home office, the writing office renovation and tour video. I'm so excited about this. I am in my office right now, but I am in like the most unrevealing corner of it so that I don't spoil anything to come. So I'll show you some of what the office looked like before. It's not like it looked bad before, it was just like different and there was like stuff that had to be done still. So I'll show you the before, and then I'll show you some like vloggy type stuff of the process during, and then I'll do a tour at the end. I don't show the process of me like decorating it because I honestly did that like all last night rapidly because we had all my stuff stored in the living room and my boyfriend was like dying from it all being in the living room. So then I was like trying to like rush and get it inside, so I didn't film that process, but you'll see it all during the tour. So let's go ahead and get started. Is bad because it's nighttime, but whatever. So I'm doing all of the moving out of stuff now. So this is the shelf that's usually behind me when I film, that's now empty, and this is the pantry shelf that's now empty, and then all behind me I'm like, it's so messy, it's just like stuff everywhere that will eventually be elsewhere. And then this is the room in all its halfway glory of messiness. It's gonna be a lot. But anyway, so we're gonna move the shelves out, and then I'm gonna pull everything off the desk and like pull like all the stuff that's everywhere right now, I'll stack on the shelves in the living room, and so then all that stuff will be out, and then the desk I'll move behind the couch so I can still like use it and film and all of that, and then I'll have to take everything off the walls and like put it somewhere. So we're gonna start over in this corner of the room. This is kind of part of my craft corner. This whole like little corner of the office is basically like the arts and crafts corner. And so over here I have these like bins which have like a lot of kind of crafting stuff in them. This one has like a bunch of stamps. I didn't even know I had all these stamps because some of this stuff was stuff from Toronto that I picked up because I picked up the rest of my stuff from Toronto because I'm going to be living up north for the foreseeable future. So yeah, so this had a bunch of stamps in it I didn't even realize I had, so I'm really excited about that for like journaling. And my Sesame Street Lego set, this is a paint jam I did. And in here I have a plastic bin. I don't know how visible it is, but I have a plastic bin and I think I'm gonna put like my ephemera and like my junk journal stuff in here. Like right now it's got a bunch of like papers and like paint chips and stuff. And I have a bunch of journaling supplies on the way that are coming. And so I think I'll put those all in there. I used to have that on the desk, but it was just like taking up so much space because it's so huge. And so I'm really happy to have it over here because I don't use it all the time. I really don't need it on top of the desk. Here I do have some books here. These are like my writing journals from when I was younger. And then this was a book of writing prompts. I still haven't used it, and like a lettering book. And then these are all my prints. So not all the prints that I had on my print wall that you'll see in a moment, not all of them I put back up because I have some new prints that are coming and I wanted to leave space for like, if I get even more prints, which I know I will. So I have a bunch of like overflow prints in here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I don't know if I'll put them up in other places in the house or like if I'll end up putting them on another wall or like if I'll like, some of them are postcards so I could postcard them to people. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. So I just have them in here for now and I'll figure something out. I might just put them in my like more junky journal that I just like do off the cuff journaling. I might put them in there. I don't know. And then underneath here in the bottom that I don't think you can see is all my like stuff that I don't want people to see anyway. It's like soil and like stuff for my plants and like a watering jug and all of that. So I don't want people to see that anyway. So that's that corner. Welcome to a very low down view. So this is like my sewing corner. So I have my sewing machine up here. I have a bunch of sewing stuff here, thread and like what else is in here? Scrap fabric, that sort of thing. And then I have this bin over here, this giant bin, which is full of all of my fabrics. I would like to try and use the fabrics I already have. I have developed a bad habit of going and buying more fabrics, and I always buy too much because I'm always worried about having too little for a project, and then I just have all this leftover fabric, and then I don't do anything, and then I buy more fabric, and it's a problem. So I want to try and like use this more. So this is my tiny fabric corner down here. So this is my little crafting corner. So you saw my sewing machine, which is part of the crafting corner, the little craft shelf. And this is like the spot on the desk that I try very hard to keep empty so that I could do all my craft stuff over here. So I got all my paint brushes, I got my markers and my pencils and my pens and my mod liners, and I got these amazing washi tape dispensers, and so now I'm able to have those that can like dispense washi tape. I absolutely love them. Like I got them off Amazon and I'm so happy I got them because I'm like, this is gonna change the game, and they stack perfectly, like they lock together. It is so useful. I really love it. I'm really excited about it. And then I got my little Toronto mug here. It's a, oh, hold on, let me turn it. It's a garbage bin, like a Toronto garbage bin with a little raccoon. It's so cute. So I love that. And then down here, I'll show you my drawers. I got this new set of drawers from IKEA. I'd actually wanted this originally, but I'd gotten the first IKEA stuff delivered and they wouldn't deliver it for some reason. It was weird. Anyway, so these are the drawers, and these are going to be like my craft drawers. So like in this first drawer, I have a bunch of overflow washi tape. Yes, I do have a lot of washi tape. I got really obsessed with like doing journaling stuff after I did that journaling video. I'll like link it over here or whatever. And so I bought a lot, and there's more coming. It's a problem. I don't need to talk about it that much, but anyway, so that's in that drawer, and like this one has like some of my journaling stuff, and then this one I think is empty right now. I have like a wax kit back there. I don't know what I'll put in there yet. And then I put all my paints in this one. So my tube paints, what are these? My gouache, my paint things, my ink, my acrylics, and my Posca pens, and my watercolor, and also Mod Podge, just because I was like, whatever. And then the bottom drawer I won't show you. It's just like my tack stuff. And here is the writing area. So first, the chair. This chair I'm so excited about. I'll show you more of it at like a different angle or something in a cut shot. But I'm so happy with this chair. I saw this chair on Wayfair and I was like, this is beautiful. I really wish I could have this chair because I really wanted like a comfy lounging chair. And I was like, no, it's too expensive. But then I just like bought it. So now I have it. My computer area, I got this desk mat from Amazon. It's like 35 by 17. So it's nice and big and I really love it. I love the color and how the blue goes with the now blue walls. Did I talk about that yet? Yeah, we painted and we redid the floor. You'll have seen clips, but I didn't really talk about it. But I'm so happy to have this color now. I know in videos, my walls looked like they were kind of like a nice, pretty soft pink. And so they looked appealing, but in real life, they were a horrible beige. The light bulb was also a horrible yellow light bulb, which made all of my videos look yellow. We changed them out to soft white, so that's very, very helpful. I really like that. But the blue just looks so much nicer. It's just calming. It's pretty. All the baseboards are like painted such a nice, like strong white now. I'm just really happy with it. And my floor was flaking up because the people that sold the house to us did a crappy job on the floor. And so it didn't last and it was flaking up. And so that's why we had to redo the whole floor. But it's just so nice to not have it flaking up. And I got, I don't know if you can see it, but I got this like giant desk mat under the chair thingy, also from Amazon, just to make sure that the wheels of the chair don't damage the floor in any way. So that's really good. But yeah, this is the exact same setup I had before. My monitor is still on the Star Trek box. Like I said before, I want to get like a prettier stand for it. I just need to get around to that. I wanted to put it on like a nice box, but then I know there's also some like glass risers that like have space underneath, which is also nice because then I could put stuff underneath. So I don't know, I've been like cheap about it for no reason, but I'll probably eventually get one of those so that I can get rid of the Star Trek box and I don't have to keep using it because it looks the worst. And I know some people in comments like love the Star Trek box, but like I don't care for Star Trek. I don't want it. Yeah, and then my back ring light over there and then my pothos over here. Yeah, and so that's pretty much it for this desk. I do have another set of drawers here. I won't show you them because they're 100% right now. They're just junk drawers. We are on lockdown again, and so I didn't want to like go out to go to Dollarama to like, Dollarama doesn't have like curbside pickup, so I didn't want to, you can go inside because they sell food, but I didn't want to like go out unnecessarily and like buy that stuff, and like on Amazon it was really expensive, so I was like, I'll wait until lockdown is over and then I can go to the dollar store and then I can get like some organizing trays and then I can organize my junk drawer. So this is my whole writing area that I'm very happy with. And like I said before, the my art print wall is more sparse now. You can't actually, I don't even think, see any prints from this angle, and that's just because I'm gonna get more art. Right now it's just like basically filled with Leah Lexon and Sibline art, and like one from like a local Northern Ontario artist, and like one of my paintings, and like that's it. And over here I have 2 decorative shelves. I got these off of Etsy from like a Canadian seller. It's also a Black owned business. I'll link it below if you want to check that out. But I love these shelves. I love the two-toned. I love the darker wood thing. They aren't waterproof, which the person said. I didn't realize, but I'm sure they put it in the description. I just like didn't pay attention because I'm that sort of person. But that's fine because I wasn't expecting to like put water on them. But yeah, these are just little shelves. They did come with nice hooks, but like it's all drywall in this room, and like you can't hang anything with just a little hook because it's just gonna like come right off. So anyway, I put these 2 up. I put like a couple little plants on them, a couple things. I used to have a pegboard in here, and I just found that like it was taking up so much space and it was so big, and I had spray painted it mint green and I just didn't like the color anymore, and I just wasn't really using it. I wasn't putting that much stuff on it, and so I didn't understand what the point was of me keeping it if I was barely using it and it was taking up a lot of space. And I was like, I actually just want to put like some nice shelves. So I spent a lot of time scouring the internet trying to figure out what I wanted to put. And then I ended up with these hanging shelves, which I'm really, really happy about because I think they look so nice. I think I forgot to mention it, but I still have my dog's bed underneath here so that she can hang out with me during the day. She isn't right now. She's just like sleeping on the couch, but also I wouldn't want her in here right now because she makes a bunch of noise sometimes while I'm filming. So, but her spot is still there. And now the moment you've been waiting for, perhaps, the bookshelves. So this is another Vitsujo glass bookshelf unit. I just had the one before, and then I bought this other one because I realized it could fit perfectly in this gap. And when I film stuff, like when I do lives and stuff on my computer, I realized this is like the most direct view. And so I was like, this would be a much better spot to put like my books and stuff when I have them. Right now I only have a little printout of my cover, but my advanced copies are coming soon, so I'll have a spot for them. And so this is like my showcase shelf. So on this bookshelf, I put all the stuff I want to showcase because I know that when I'm filming my own videos and when I'm like on lives and stuff, this is the view that people are going to see. So this is like, this is a Corona time thinking, because I'm gonna end up doing, I think, a lot of lives, and especially like with my book coming out this year. If you didn't know, this is my book, Blood Like Magic, it's coming out this year. It's coming out June 15th. I will probably be doing live streams and stuff, and this will be the direct view. So it's just become this showcase shelf. So like covers that I'm really obsessed with and like books that I'm really obsessed with, I've put over here, or like newer releases and that sort of thing, so that you can see them all. And then my beautiful pothos, that I love so much. I don't want to say this is my favorite pothos because the other one is still my favorite, but this is my second favorite pothos. This is the other side of the bookshelf. I have a middle section here, which is just like other books I have. I put like plants and like artwork and that sort of thing over here. This shelf does get seen also in live streams and stuff, so I also like that like this is decorated. All the shelves are actually like, I worked very hard to put them together very nicely so that they're all very nice display shelves. This is like why I really like having a smaller physical book collection, because I have more space to display things in like a way that I think is really nice, instead of like just having to like stack them to like fit as much as possible. I kind of have a bit of leeway in which I can kind of decorate and get to like showcase some of the books that I like a lot, which is like how I prefer to have my shelves, which is why I like keeping my physical book collection down. I actually, when I was getting all of my books out of my boxes, I put aside like 8 to donate right away, because I was like, I'm never gonna read these. I don't have any interest. So I'll just donate these. And so I already put those aside. So before I even got stuff up, I like immediately got rid of like 8 books. They're just sitting around now because I don't know if I can donate stuff while we're in lockdown. So anyway, enough rambling about that. So I'm happy I have a smaller book collection. And this part of the shelf, this is my physical TBR section. So these are all the physical books that I own that I haven't read. Just also as an FYI, all the books on this shelf are all the books that I own. These are all the books that I own. The only thing that I don't have here is my cookbooks. And my cookbooks are all in the living room just because that's like a cookbook section. And me and my boyfriend both have a bunch of cookbooks. And so those are out in the living room. So these are just like my reading books, non-cookbooks. So yeah, these are all the books I haven't read. Some of these I feel kind of shameful about. A lot of these are like my editor sent me a bunch of Simon Pulse books when I signed on, and I'm so ashamed. I've gotten to like a very small amount for them. What I had requested was Starfish, and the rest I was like, send me whatever. Starfish by Acme Dawn Bowman is an amazing, amazing, beautiful book. I definitely recommend it. Yeah, so these, yeah, I haven't read. So my goal for this year is to not have this shelf. So I want to read all the physical books on my TBR. And I think it's very possible because there's not that many. This actually, this is the box set of the Chaos Walking trilogy, and I have read this. So I've read these books and I love them, but I read them when I was like basically a teen. I can't remember if I read them like early university or not, but anyway, I read them and I love them, and the movie's coming out in March and I wanted to reread the entire series. I forgot how giant these books are, but I wanted to reread the entire series, so I have it on my TBR, but I have read it. I just wanted to reread it because I didn't remember a lot of stuff. Yeah. So it is hard to see in this view. I tried to make it possible, but I can't. But so these shelves have 4 rows or whatever. So basically the whole 2 bottom rows are empty. They don't have any books on them. And I'm really happy about that because I like keeping my like physical book collection low. And so I'm really pleased about that, but I like it because I have lots of space, because I have been pre-ordering a lot of books, especially because it's my debut year and there's a lot of people in my debut group that are like my friends and stuff. And of course I want to like support them and buy the hardcover of their books and like that sort of thing. And so I'm going to be pre-ordering a lot of books this year. So things are going to grow. So I like having that space to grow into. And then I still have the shelf over there for overflow in case I need to put books over there. Like I can shuffle some of the more decorative elements there around to other places so that I can like fit more books, because a bunch of those boxes are just filled with junk and I just need to go through them and get rid of the junk. So that will happen over time. That is the whole office renovation / tour. I hope you like this video. I'm really hoping it's not too long, but it might be long. But yeah, I'm so excited to be in my new office space. I did like do this whole office earlier in the year. You can see that initial video here. But I did that knowing that we were gonna have to redo the floors and that we were gonna have to paint. And then we started doing that in all the other rooms in our house, and we were like, okay, now it's time to do the office space. And I was like, okay. But I'm really happy. I love that I have the whole room now, because before I did have that pantry space on the side, which I was fine with it, but then I realized like because it's directly opposite my window, it was like a really good spot for me to sit in front of my window and film, but then you'd like get the view of like our like not particularly aesthetic pantry. And so I'm really happy for that. And now I have all that craft space. I'm super happy to have those drawers where I can put all of my like journaling stuff, because I bought so much journaling stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have a vlog at the end of the month where I like did a bit of like haul stuff so you can like see all that journaling stuff in detail. But yeah, so I have a lot of craft things, and so it's nice to have a dedicated space for all of that. And I love my like desk mat. I ordered a bunch of new plants because I just am like that. So there's gonna be even more plants, which I'm really excited about. And I'm just so super happy to be in the space. It's so nice and bright, and I just love it. I'm super, super happy. And like, this is like the pinnacle of like, to me, my like, the like pinnacle of writing office space privilege. I spent a lot of years writing on just my couch or my bed, with like whatever makeshift table I could manage to wrangle up. When I was in Toronto and I had that desk in my living room, like I was like, this is the life. I never imagined being able to have like a whole room that was a dedicated office. So I feel really privileged and happy to have this space. And yeah, it's just, I'm gonna feel so happy writing in here. I already do feel so happy writing in here. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I post every Tuesday, every week. Sometimes I'll have a surprise video on Friday, but not always. And yeah, I talk about all sorts of things about my experience being a traditionally published author / soon to be traditionally published author. My book hasn't come out yet. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.